just been cruising around for a couple minutes now, and I figured it was a good time to make a little update video while I have some time. If you can't tell, I'm in my 300ZX. It's been a while since we updated about this car. I'm driving around, UPS trucks making noise and everything, but yeah, I just wanted to make a quick update. I've had a couple people ask on Instagram because they've seen the build progress there, and I obviously haven't updated it because we've been busy with the GTRs and stuff, but I figure I'll kind of sort of get into some stuff, but this isn't going to be scripted. I don't really have a plan. I'm just going to kind of ad-lib this one and see where it goes, but I'm going to pull up to my normal little spot right here and then figure it out from there. All right, hopefully we won't get too many people walking around in here. Yeah, so a couple of you guys might have been following from the R34 GTR build that we did not that long ago for our friend Paul. So if you don't know, this is my 1990 300ZX. This car has had a couple of different phases, but this is kind of where it's sitting at right now. So it's got the same work CR Kai wheels that I've had forever, since honestly even before this car was a turbo swap. Yeah, that's something I want to get into a little bit. Is this is kind of, I never made a finisher video for the build of my own car, which is funny, but here it is. This is my built bottom end, completely forged VG30 DETT with Garrett GT675 RS turbos. It's on ethanol. It has Haltech Elite 2500 engine management. Pretty much everything that you can do to the engine on these, aside from the heads, because before I knew this car had a blown engine, I had heads put together because I thought I was just chasing like valve guide smoke or something like that, and it turned out to be the cylinder walls. Yeah, this car it's pretty simple. It's a Wisecone Eagle tried and true bottom end that people typically do with these. So no real big challenge there, but this is a high compression 10.5:1 build. So instead of doing just the stock 8.5:1 that the turbo models of these cars come in, I decided to do 10.5:1 just so I could build a little bit less boost for the same power. But yeah, I have also some big turbos, so the ethanol is going to help keep the knock away and everything like that, hopefully. But sorry about that, car just drove by for a second. So anyway, what I was saying, this car is on ethanol, so the high compression shouldn't be too big of an issue, especially with the Haltech ECU. I know we have a really good tuner. Andrew with Animal Auto does a great job, so I have no worries at all for that. But yeah, this car was a pretty simple setup. I didn't want to go too crazy with it at this point in time. I didn't really feel the need because my goal for this car was always like 400 horsepower. So with the big turbos and the built engine, it should do a little more than that at this point. But yeah, it's not too crazy. Like I said, it's just the Garrett ball bearing turbo upgrade, and then AMS downpipes, AMS exhaust manifolds, test pipes, just pretty much a bolt-on car with a built bottom end as well. So nothing too crazy. In terms of the rest of the car, it's honestly pretty basic. I always liked the Z interiors and how they looked right out of the factory, so I haven't done too much to it aside from the Nardi quick release and Nismo shift knob and stuff. But it still has this, I think, 1992 suede interior that I was able to find from a junkyard, so that was actually a pretty sick acquisition, because I know this suede stuff is hard to find for the door mounts and seatbelt cars. Then aside from that, I got the seats reupholstered, and that's literally it for like the interior of this car. It's completely what I think would have been, like, I hate to say OEM plus, because I know a lot of guys have a different definition of OEM plus and will die on that hill, but yeah, it's pretty basic. I don't remember really where I updated last with the body of the car, but nothing has changed except the J-Spec front bumper. I picked that up from Nissan about the same time I was painting the engine bay. So that's another thing. I did the fuse box tuck. I tucked it down under the bumper and just cleaned up a whole bunch of stuff and had the bay painted. So you can see now these fuel lines are all AN to delete that stock garbage, and this is honestly temporary how I have it set up, because I think it looks pretty ugly how it is there, but cleaned up a lot of space, put the battery in the back. I'm not going to go too into detail about how to do all that, because there's other guys that have done that exact video before and honestly are much better at explaining and going through processes than I am. So yeah, for the future of this car, there's not really too much left to do aside from I want to get it obviously tuned and see what it makes, but the engine's all broken in and ready to go. I've just been not fighting with, but I have to get these like the intake air temp sensor wired up down there, and then I want to have flex fuel sensor. I have it already, I have the sensor itself in there, it's just not wired, but just small things like that I have to deal with letting the Haltech know what it needs to do. I want all those built-in safeties that the Elite comes with. So yeah, but other than that, it's literally, this is pretty much how I wanted this car to be since I got a Z. You know, the only small differences are like, I originally wanted a still-in Type 3 spoiler that I was waiting on forever. I ended up just canceling that. That's all, that ship has sailed at this point. But yeah, this is pretty much how it's gonna sit for a little while. I don't know what I want to do really next aside from this car. I'd love to get a GTR, but I'd probably end up with a shell and then do something like that. Yeah, I've just been enjoying it the past, I don't know, since January, so past few months, but it's been good. I'm probably gonna get kicked out of this spot really quick, but I just want to show you this cool little waterfall. It's right in the shade. I'm gonna just put my hazards on real quick and show you, because I think it's pretty cool. Watch how quick I get kicked out of here. This is gonna be crazy. Wild. Alright, gotta go. Alright, without rambling on too long and making this a whole just talking video for the sake of hearing myself talk, let me know if there's anything you guys want to know about the process that I didn't show. Obviously, I wish I could have done an engine build video, but we had a couple little hardships that we had to overcome, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. But if there's any questions you guys have at all about the process, whether it's with the GTRs or the Z or anything like that, just let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer. I don't want to go too much into the money on this build, because I think there's ways you could have saved money over what I did and ways you could have spent a little more. But yeah, just any questions, like I said, don't be afraid to ask. And check out some of the other guys that do Z content for sure if you want more informational walkthrough videos, like Billy Built or Caden Parsons is another good one. Two guys that I think deserve a lot of credit for their videos with the Z stuff. But yeah, any questions, be sure to let me know. See you guys next time.